Start. Alright. Welcome to episode 1 on Discord discussions. I got my friends with me here today. Jay, introduce yourself.
Yo, KNG Trippy.
Alright. Justin, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, what up? Frags FPS. Gang, gang, gang.
Gay as hell. And you know me. I'm Calypso. From the Calypso Show, you know how we do. Alright, so me and my friends, we got this thing where it's like, we all like the same things. Most, you know what I mean, gamers, social media, shit like that. So today, we're just going to be talking about just regular shit, everyday shit that people like us like to talk about. Like to do. Hope you guys can relate to it. Like, for instance, I know there's like a couple of parents out there. I'm a parent myself. Jay's a parent, just a parent. Hey, so I gotta know, when you guys are taking care of your kids, it's like time to take a bath, time to take a shower. They got any weird habits they have to do? Because me, when my son likes to, you know what I'm saying, he like to take off his diaper and then throw it into a bathtub and then like to run into the kitchen and start dancing. You know, those little things flying everywhere, just little happy feet, stuff like that. And I don't know about you guys, but like, it's funny. I can't record it because of like obvious reasons. But it's like an everyday, it's like a ritual to make sure he has a good bath time. So like, when you guys, like, you ever experienced anything like that? Like, do you kids do weird things at weird times?
Everything my boy do is weird at all times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd have to agree there. I think every kid just has their own quirks.
Like, okay, so go ahead.
Trying to get my dog in a bath is like fucking solving World War II, though. It's fucking nuts.
Solving World War II. I mean, I'm pretty sure that problem was solved with bullets up brain, but okay.
There was a lot more strategy involved in that, bucko.
How much stress you need? No, let's not go there. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. We ain't gonna get canceled for this episode. Okay?
More strategies?
Categories, nigga. You know what the fuck this is. Okay? Gang out here. Oh, man. Yeah, bro. It's
Wait, what games are you guys playing right now?
games.
Yeah, what are you guys on right now?
Right now I'm playing Elden Ring. I'm loving it and I'm hating it at the same time. Like, I love the pain. It's a beautiful pain. But like, you ever play a game if like you're playing one game but the enemy's just playing another game?
Any Call of Duty game ever played?
Yeah, okay, so like I'm playing Dark Souls 2. It's like my enemies are playing Bloodborne. With the speed difference side be moving. Like the Godscan Noble. That fucking bastard. That motherfucker, that's the only boss in the game to give me actual trouble. So I'm like, damn. I don't know if I can beat this motherfucker because I had to leave his ass alone for like 2 days. Like, it's weird because like he's so big, but he moves so damn fast. And by the time you like try to dodge, she's already to the side of you, like just killing you. There's nothing you can do about shit. Now,
what kind of weapon you using?
I'm doing a bleed build.
What kind of weapon you using?
I was gonna say you're using the katana or
colossal weapon. What we talking here? Katana, straight sword,
when
short sword,
dagger.
When
I fought him, I'm using the mace.
I knew you were gonna say the mace.
Yeah, it was the mace. I'm not using the mace right now. I'm using Rivers of Blood right now, but I was using that mace. But I found the Rivers of Blood, and fucking, I just been like going through bosses like butter. Like, I just fought, what's his name, Commander Neil, whatever the fuck his name is. Like, I beat him yesterday after like 5 tries, cause you had beat his 2 summons, and then I was like use my memory tier, and the way the bleed build works, like, cause the memory tier got nerfed, but like the weapons didn't. So every time I hit him and then my memory tier hit him with the same weapon, because copies my build, he procs my bleed. So it's like it builds up for each hit between me and him. So we just kept. bleeding him out. Easy. Like,
If you think the boss is too easy, try fighting without the summon tier. See how that work out. That might be a little more of a challenge.
No, I beat most of them without the summon, without the memory tag. I just got the memory tag a week ago. I bet the first 30 bosses I fought without them. I'll beat without them.
How much you grind before fighting these boys?
You know me. I got lost. I had no choice but to grind. I forgot what fuck I was going each and every time I got to a new area. Like, I had no idea.
That also plays into it too. Like, a lot of the difficulty in the game gets knocked off because you can go fight an entire region before going back to the story.
But it wasn't on purpose. I just kept getting lost. I had no idea what
I ain't saying it's on purpose because there's no real way of knowing where to go unless you know to follow the grave sites. But a lot of people don't know that because the game don't really tell you that.
Yeah, like I saw little things. I thought it was like, okay, so when I first saw the grave sites, I know why. I thought it was like making a little snake picture.
Like, you thought the game was just drawing a snake with the maps.
I thought the game was just drawing a snake with the maps. So I was paying no fucking attention to the shit. I was just like, alright, shit. I guess we found like got just like the end is supposed to be or something like that. Or I had no fucking clue. I just thought
I'm keep it a picture. I didn't even know that there was a map in the game until I found one laying up on that pillar when you're when you walk into that first encampment.
But you hit the M button in your keyboard.
That's when you discover it's a map. When you walk up on that first encampment, the game don't tell you what's a map before that. That game don't tell you shit.
No, you can hit M and it'll bring up like a blank version of the map. There's no like POIs or anything until you find that first one. And it took me a long ass time to find that first one.
Okay, so y'all know when you first got.
Oh, that shit immediately. That's like the first thing I did was found that.
I didn't.
I went off on a mission to find any like rare ass weapons. So I was going in like the most like inconspicuous spots, thinking that like.
Because what you did was you watched the guy before you started playing it.
No. What I'm saying is in every Souls game, like they hide like really valuable shit in super inconspicuous places. So I was trying to think from the point of like playing Dark Souls 2. So I was just like dropping onto ledges that had little orbs and shit. Like I was not concerned with like.
But it's a straight shot. There were no ledges to go to.
Yeah, there was. You can explore like literally.
That encampment right behind that tree sentinel. You just gotta go like 50 yards to go right there.
You have to follow that.
Ran somewhere else.
It was too obvious. I didn't want to follow the path.
It was too obvious.
Hey, hold on. Speaking of that tree sentinel, how many times did y'all fight that motherfucker?
It took me 2 tries to beat him. I fought him one time off the horse. It didn't work out. Then I got on the horse. And then it worked out.
30 probably, I feel like.
I feel like Jay bullshitting because 2 times sounds too low.
Well, nigga, I adjust quickly. Once I realized that fighting a nigga off the horse wasn't an option, nigga, I got on the horse. And I'm playing a Confessor, so when I started off, I had a goddamn healing spell.
Oh, well, okay. Well, fucking, because I had to fight that nigga for about 15, 16 tries for me. And then I ran to the Black Cavalry Knight up the damn road on accident. I left the nigga alone for a while. And then I ran to another one of them damn motherfuckers. And then I ran to 2 of them at the same time.
Who's the most annoying boss you guys have fought so far?
Huh?
Who was the most annoying so far for you guys? I
Fire Giant.
hated the Radeon fight.
Fire Giant.
The most annoying boss for me was probably Margit, but that was before I realized you're supposed to grind in this game. Like after I beat him, all the other bosses was cake.
Did you beat who?
Margit. The like first main boss, the very first main boss.
No, I ain't fight that nigga until I beat Radeon.
I first tried Margit.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to. You're supposed to come back and fight that nigga later. I went and fought the nigga like he was the first boss I ran into. That's why it didn't work out.
I was level 86 when I fought him.
I was like 10 the first time I ran into that nigga.
That's how late I fought him. That's level 86. I fought with Nala at 104. Like I fought with Don at like 82 because like his recommended level is 60. But if you was grinding at like level 80, he's like easy mode, especially when you get all of them summons. To me, that Radeon fight is like the most. That Radeon fight is my most favorite fight in the whole Soulsborne series. I had the most fun fighting now.
Sucked, honestly.
Huh?
Like all you really have to do is just get on your horse and just stay on the horse and just run around summoning people. That fight fucking sucked.
No, it's like to me it was
I'll be the first nigga to say
that
fight. He a cool ass character, his lore cool as fuck, but that fight played out. You don't even have to really fight him. I didn't participate in the fight. I literally just ran around and just summoned people until he died. Like it was that easy. he never knocked me off the horse.
Yeah, it's not a hard fight at all. Like I fought that nigga. Like,
That's why it's ass. He's literally supposed to be the most powerful character in the game.
He's not the most.
He ain't even like.
He ain't no.
Well, I mean, according to the lore, because when we fight him, he not at full strength. He holding back stars and he holding shit up off that horse. Like he not at full strength when we fight him. You gotta think about that too.
Because I seen a video of another boss in the game that's supposed to be even more powerful than that. That all the guys are scared of.
The gods are butt. They probably all gonna be butt. They should have bumped the difficulty up a little bit more to compensate for the fact that we can just get super strong and then go come back. They should have had the fucking bosses adjust to that shit. I feel like
some of the bosses are easy, some of the bosses are extra challenge. It depends on like where you at in the game, your play style too, not just like how strong you are. Because like I said, the fucking God scan bastard beat my ass like 3 days straight.
How many times did y'all have to run back the Radeon fight?
About 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 3 tries. Like once I stopped trying to fight him myself, I win the fight. I mean, the game actually tells you how to beat him. Like somebody early in the game tells you to never run into Radeon. So I was like, okay, somebody in the game said do this, and I just never ran into him. Then the fight became easy.
No, I fucking nigga head up. Fuck it.
Like sometimes that game will just tell you exactly how to do something. It just matters if you paid attention to it or not. Then it'll make something really easy.
Okay, so like
I think it took me like 15, 16.
Yeah, it's all about how you approach things.
Yeah, like the game's not hard.
I didn't know that you could resummon the summons that you already summoned at the first.
Yeah, that's all I did. I just ran around when they died. I just went and looked for them again.
That was the thing that so I did whatever the rock throw, the purple rocks. I just stayed like right to where the spells would hit him, and every time one of the summons died, I just went and summoned him back. And then when he gets into that second stage where he starts doing that dive shit, that's like honestly, I cleared his first stage super easy, but every time I got to that dive spot for like 15 fucking tries, I feel like dude, he just kept killing me.
You know what's wild?
What?
People like go through specific builds just to cheese that fight, and you can literally just run away and win. Like people make that shit harder than it has to be. Like why you got like I seen this one dude that had like some breath attack that he was like running away and doing all this extra work to use on him to like whittle his health down. When all you really gotta do is keep summoning the boys.
I ain't gonna lie, I bled that nigga out. I bled his
ass
out.
like it makes sense to like just want to fight him like that. But like if you're going through the trouble of trying to cheese him, why not just do what the game encourages you to do and just keep summoning your friends?
Nah, the boss
like I said, I didn't know that you could resummon until like 6 tries in.
Yeah, like these niggas doing research for making builds, you know what I'm talking about? For like making this build for this fight easier, right? Like that's what I mean, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like specific builds just for this one fight instead of just like playing it the way the game tells you how to fight.
Now the boss I did have to cheat was Mog. Like I couldn't fight him head up. Like, I don't know if you guys got that far inside the game yet.
Most of my shit's been optional.
Yeah, Mog's an optional boss.
What do he look like?
He's like a standing demon. He got a trident, and he does like blood magic, blood and fire.
I don't know. Is he in a dungeon or is he just out and about?
He's on top of a fucking tower. He's on top of like a mountain or some shit like that, in that volcano area.
Oh yeah, I ain't been there. I've been underground hella. Like a lot of what I've done has been underground. It's been hella underground shit.
But yeah, so like he does bleed damage. No, he does fire damage his first phase, and then it's either fire or bleed damage his first phase. And then we activate second phase. He puts 3 rings around you. And every time the rings pop, they take away your life and give them to him. And then he does bleed and fire damage at the same time in the second phase. And I'm like, yeah, fuck this. So I found ready to cheese him. Which is actually a fucking legitimate strategy. They put it in the game for a reason. So if you go to the underground area, and one of the underground areas, it's like this item called Mog Shackles. And if you smash the item 3 times in front of his fall gate, he will just stand still and won't attack you unless you stagger him.
That's whack.
Yeah, I mean, they had to know that some of these bosses are going to be bullshit because some of these bosses have doom items inside the game. He's not the only one with something like that.
Well, if it makes the boss like stand completely still and don't do shit, like that's kind of
Completely
whack.
still.
Like at least with the other ones, like the other one I seen was the one for Margaret. It just like makes him get on the ground for a few seconds, then he get back up. Like that's cool, but like to make him just stand there unless you stagger him, that's boring.
Yeah, I mean, but shit. I mean, for some motherfuckers like me, I couldn't fight that nigga head up, especially because I use a bleed build, so he's resistant to that shit. Yeah, no. I mean,
That's why you adjust, big man. They give you so many materials, just get like a second weapon.
I have a second weapon, but
Make it not bleed. Come on.
Oh shit! Well, now explain what.
I mean, because if you're using a mace, you got a strike weapon. Just get a slash weapon too.
No, I wasn't using a mace. I was using a great sword at that time. So.
We'll get the mace. Just have one each.
I had to fucking switch to a similar time so I didn't stagger his fucking ass. I like fuck it. That's like the only boss I had to cheese. Now I fought the fire giant, and it took me like fucking 18 fucking tries, cause for a big motherfucking like enemy, a fucking giant, he don't want to fight you. He rolls around up and down the fucking hill. He doesn't want to do shit. He throws snow at you, and then he throws some fire at you. Then he rolls back, get out of range. Some of these bosses are complete fucking ass, and the fire giant is probably the most annoying fight ever. It's a bad boss fight. It's not fun.
It's probably an easy way to do it.
And you can cheese his ass, but I'm like, fuck it. I just want to fight his
Without
ass.
cheese, I mean, like, some shit they probably would actually expect you to figure out.
I mean, yeah, like, it just, he rolls, like, it's RNG. If he, like, doesn't roll as much, it's easier to fight him, and he can bleed him out. But if he just constantly rolling and throwing the fucking fire novas at you, it's annoying to deal with.
Oh, it sounds like the real problem is your build not versatile. That's what it sounds like.
Build is versatile. But anyway,
all you can do is bleed people.
So? That's how I play game.
That's cool, but it's not versatile.
I was using Radeon's greatsword for a while.
Bleed's pretty fucking meta in this game, I feel like.
I mean, Bleed's always been good in Souls games.
Yeah, it's always, man. Like, I've always used Bleed builds in Souls games. You guys know that.
Yeah, but it almost feels like this game, especially after the patch anyway, it just leans toward, like, you have to play Bleed. Like, there's other classes that are OP for sure, but, like...
Okay.
The ones that you can just, like, jump on and do really well with is, like, for sure Bleed.
Well, that's always been a thing. You just need a fast weapon.
Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and switch topics real quick. So I saw a video online. Basically, I didn't do too much research. I had to do like fucking 20 minutes at a time research. So just going through shit. Ryzen, the company that makes the Ryzen chips, the Ryzen 5, stuff like that. They're making chips for cell phones now. It's like it's projected to make your phone like move a lot faster, move a lot smoother and stuff like that. Do you guys think like putting like computer chips, like actual, like the technology chips that are like computers inside cell phones? Yeah, you guys like you think it's like necessary? Or you think it's like too much?
I mean, to be honest, nothing we're doing with technology is really necessary at this point. I feel like we could stop at, progressing technology and be fine for like a good 15 years, most likely. But with 5G being a faster, service we're gonna have for our shit, it makes sense to have faster processors too. And if it's the same type of computer chips they put in computers, that might drop the chip price down.
On the flip side, Apple's been doing that with the M chip for a while now, so like, I don't know, it's not necessarily unexpected.
I know, but like, with the way these chips are like subjected to perform and stuff like that, it might make mobile. Okay, so basically, mobile gaming is going to get a big increase. But do you think most people who get these phones with these chips in them is actually going to be able to like utilize the chip?
It depends on how the companies are going to design the phones moving forward that are using that specific chip, but I don't know. For sure, though, I mean, the way that Apple kind of optimized everything after they started putting the M chip in their phones, I think it'll probably follow suit.
Because like the one
thing how people game on phones now, shit, I think it'll work out.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed is the fact that a lot of people don't understand how cell phones actually work. Like, I didn't have my cell phone for like 3 years now, and I got an iPhone 11, and I'm pretty sure I haven't utilized all the features that phone can like do.
I mean, why would you? Some of it's for like business stuff. Like some of the shit is not shit that the average person would be using.
Yeah, no, but
I think the crazy thing though is like because you know how Steam just did like their handheld or announced it. I don't know if it's out yet, but
the Steam Deck.
Yeah. I think that's one possibility with the chip is being able to bring like actual AAA titles to a cell phone platform. I think that'd be fucking crazy to see, but past that, I don't see too much what else it could be used for aside from
I mean,
like
that's
basic
probably what
app
they plan.
optimizations and shit.
Yeah, there has to be a reason for it. Like, they definitely want people to start gaming on their phones more. They know that's where the money at.
Yeah, but like, what
Oh yeah,
games would you
dude.
guys want to actually see on cell phones? Because like, if you take it back to the day, back to when we was like teenagers, you guys remember the Engage, right?
No.
No.
Okay, so Engage like a cell phone that's actually like a video game system at the same time. And you can actually insert little video game discs inside the phone and play games like that.
Oh, I think I know that thing now. I would have rather had that Sony phone that was pretty much just a PSP.
Okay, yeah, but like even then, like stuff like that. Like, what games do you think will actually be viable on like mobile nowadays? Like,
Depends on how they integrate a control system because a lot of games are really dependent on the maneuverability.
well, they
Like
have controls for the
most cell
phones
phones,
nowadays.
the way that most cell phones have their control set up to where like the joysticks are like touchpad sensors on your phone. I do if that's what it is, I don't want to see shit. But if they figure out a way to put like an actual thumbstick or something integrated into the phone, then I mean, sky's the limit. You could put like Valorant mobile on there. You could play Apex mobily. I think with the new chip, you could actually handle a little bit more graphic quality too. So it could feel even more similar to one of these games.
Right, but you know they already got Fortnite mobile and Skullgirls.
No,
Shit.
that's what I'm saying. But if you've played Fortnite mobile, it's fucking shit because of the render settings and like the actual UI itself.
No. But I also do know that they have a controller that you can hook up to your phone and turn your phone screen sideways and play like that.
It'd be sick.
They know it's
Yeah,
actually a thing. You can get it at Walmart.
they could
That
use
was
that.
gonna say,
It'd be
that's been a
cool.
thing for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, using that could be dope then. I don't know. Maybe. It just depends on, like I said, how they choose to go about putting the games out and everything.
Alright, and staying on the topic of computers, Intel has released like information about the new GPUs. So the test, it was tested out and it was compared to AMD and it's compared to NVIDIA. So from what the test showed, because AMD just fucking shitting on Intel, like haha, like this is just a crap fucking GPU. From what the test showed, the new Intel GPUs is more closely to a 1650 than anything modern, but they saying like the test is actually showing it work, like it's running as like lowest quality, and that the GPUs actually be more powerful right now. It's just test runs, so test runs showing them like operating at lower frequency and stuff like that. So, do you guys think that when Intel GPUs come out, even if it's like between a 1650 to like let's go it's like a 2060 Ti, if it operates somewhere between there, do you think it's actually going to help the GPU market, or do you think it's just going to be okay? There's no reason to really care about this because we already got stuff like this out, or is it like with new GPUs coming out, that's probably going to lower the prices of other GPUs, especially with the scalpers market coming. The scalpers market being a thing, and crypto mining being a thing. Like shit, like
I think
yeah, go ahead.
I think the big thing is going like so. There's never a bad time to drop a GPU, especially with the market being the way it is due to crypto mining and scalpers. The only issue is there's not going to be because if you're saying it's performing between a 1650 and a 2060, the issue is it's not going to alleviate the price from the higher tier GPUs that people who are doing video editing at a high level or even content creation in some aspects. I think the big thing is to stabilize the market by providing a more higher tier item. That way, you kind of essentially you flood the market because if you look at it in terms of a currency, um, as more of the money is created, inflation rises. But in this situation, it would mean more product. The less people are going after, like the less these scalpers are going after to grab the deals first and then hike the prices. So I feel like if you flood the market with better performing material, it'll kind of regulate the price. The more stuff that they put out. So yeah, I think that would be a fucking huge benefit of having a new GPU manufacturer.
Okay, because NVIDIA's coming out the 3090 Ti, which a lot of YouTubers that I've been watching has been saying that the 3090 Ti is actually unnecessary because it's gonna be barely more performance. Better. It's gonna be barely a better performance than like a 3090 regular, but it's gonna cost more. And a 3090 right now costs about $2,000. So like paying like close to 3,000. This with inflation and scalper prices for a GPU that's barely performing better than like the GPU that's out now. It kind of seems redundant. Like stuff like that happen, especially when these things get released, they will be scalped off the market. So it's gonna be damn impossible to get one. That's why a lot of people it's like more excited about the lower end GPUs coming out because most scalpers probably won't get those. Like it's 6500, the RX 6500 is really fucking bad, but because it's like so bad, the scalpers didn't touch it, so it's like easier to get one of those. But it's like low budget gaming. But with computer games like AAA titles getting more and more like optimized for higher GPUs, these lower GPUs coming out won't last as long as like we probably think they will. Because like the 1080 Ti is still like a good card today, but in like 3 to 5 years, it's probably gonna be like extremely low budget, probably not even like worth getting type of GPU.
I think even in that same instance, though, it still helps the market in terms of alleviating the price off its competitor. Not even alleviating the price, just controlling the flow of the scalping, though. Um, because people are still like people are buying GPUs no matter the actual performance, as long as it can mine, like it serves the purpose. So I mean, you still, like I said, you still lose the the risk of inflation on the higher tier GPUs because they're not producing a higher tier product, but it'll allow the market some breathability in terms of keeping um, prior items on the shelf at a reasonable price for people. So I think in that aspect it'll be good. Like I don't necessarily think they made it from the standpoint of trying to be like the next big gaming GPU manufacturer or GPU manufacturer in general. I think that the market that's in place is already dominated enough. So like no one is coming into it thinking they're going to be the next big thing, but having comparable options that also alleviate pricing from your more notable brands, I think that's a smart move regardless.
Yeah, like I'm excited to see how market goes anyway. Like I'm not gonna get a new GPU. I got fucking 3060. So if I need a GPU like because I need to play a game at this point in time, then I don't need to be playing that damn game. But it's more anime because you got Bleach coming back. The new Dragon Ball superheroes movie is coming out. You know you got the new seasons of like so many popular anime coming out. It's any anime you guys are just excited to see.
I've been so disconnected from anime. I like actually life in general. This is the first time I've touched my PC in like 3 weeks. Um, but honestly, I like no. From what I can say, like I don't know shit that's coming out. Like you saying Bleach is coming back is news to me. Um, but yeah, man, I stick to the classics whenever I do watch anime. Still though, like, well, no, I was into that Van Helsing shit too that Netflix put out, and they just had a new season of that not too long ago. So I mean, I guess if that counts.
Jay,
I've been hearing good things about Chainsaw Man, but I ain't checked out the manga. But apart from that, I ain't really looking forward to checking nothing out though.
It's called Chainsaw.
I still gotta.
yeah, Chainsaw Man.
He got like chainsaws on his face and on his hands. I seen some of the artwork. It looks pretty dope, but I ain't like check the story out. And I'm just waiting for the anime.
But cause I started a new manga. I actually been buying the books because like okay, it's called Undead Unluck. It's basically about like people who got these powers. It's like something like the reverse. Like your power is basically reverse or whatever it is you're saying it is or something like that. So like, he's saying he's like undead, so like he can't die. And then her power is unluck, so whoever touched her does get like a shit ton of bad luck to a point where it might actually kill a person. It's actually it's a pretty dope read. If we got nothing, we actually recommend testing it out. stuff like that. The Devil's a Part-Time Part 2. The second season is coming out.
Part 2.
I mean, not Part 2, but The Devil's a Part-Time the second season is coming out. I'm excited for it. My wife is excited for it. Anybody who's like seen season 1 is excited for it. It's a real fun anime to watch. And fucking like I'm happy to see that, you know what I'm saying? Smaller animes like getting more attention. Because
this is more seasons. Fully coming too.
Yeah, see, like these smaller animes that we like watched before, that we like, damn, we kind of wish they like keep going. They never got that attention.
Classic. That ain't no smaller one. That's a cold classic there.
Fully Cooked is like 6 episodes, so that's a small one.
That's shorter series. Anime not small though.
Yeah. Okay.
So well known across the lands, far and wide.
Alright. Okay. So I used to watch this anime. I can't remember the name of it, but I know it had like a character in it called Little Slugger. And you just like real rollerblades.
Oh, that's Paranoid Agent. That was my shit.
That
come
shit.
Back with that too.
That shit. I'm like, man, I can't think of this damn anime no more. What is it called? I was trying to like.
You should have just been Axie Boy.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to watch it with Alice. I'm like, damn. I knew it was like super good. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. Oh, and some new news. Okay, so you guys probably
wait, ain't that anime where that kid goes around beating the shit out of people with a baseball bat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw a couple episodes of that. That shit's pretty.
No, you saw the whole thing, nigga. I had it on. Remember, it was on my PS3. We used to watch that shit hella. And that and Samurai Champloo.
Samurai Champloo is my shit.
Shampoo's forever goated.
Yeah, but One Piece.
I want to catch up on One Piece, but boy,
ain't no catching up on One Piece.
Okay, so
catch up. It's definitely doable.
If you don't want spoilers,
on Bleach neither.
Yeah, if you don't want spoilers, mute your microphone or mute me so you can't hear me. But One Piece has reached chapter 1046. It's been around for 25 years. It is scheduled to be done within the next 5 years. But most people think it's probably going to take a little bit longer than that. Because he's still fighting Kaido. At this point. But Luffy has officially awakened his devil fruit. And spoiler alert, for anybody who don't want to hear this, skip ahead in the video. Luffy's devil fruit is not Paramecia. It's actually an ancient zone, a mythical zone, called the Hito no Mi Maru Nika. Luffy is actually a god.
Like, motherfucker should have been seeing that one coming, though.
Yeah, like he has actual, like, god form. And his powers are based off Looney Tunes. Like, I can't make this shit up. He doing Looney Tune-esque shit inside the manga now. Like,
I mean, he was already a rubber man.
Oh my god. He's like, okay, so imagine if you put Bugs Bunny inside Dragon Ball Z.
That's what I'm saying. He's already a rubber man. They don't really take damage the same way he just stretches. He was already doing Looney Tunes stuff.
Like, a lot of people don't like to change, but me, I actually like to change. It's like a good change of pace, because, like, One Piece became so, like, serious.
But I mean, is it really a change or is it a buff?
I mean, it's a big-ass buff.
I mean, because the way I see it, from what his fighting style was, he was already doing, like, Looney Tunes things anyway beforehand. Like,
yeah, he was already cartoony as shit, but, like, okay, so after the whole Marineford arc where Ace and Whitebeard died, One Piece had, like, a super serious undertone to it. Because, like, other people died along the way until he got to where he is now. And then you find out, like, different parts of people, backgrounds, stuff like that. And then it's like, you went from, like, a serious undertone to fucking just Toon World, basically. And, like, a lot of people don't know how to, like, take that, because, like, oh, man, One Piece really good, because it's like a serious manga, and then it became not so serious anymore. Kind of like how it was in part 1. Like, before the time skip. The way he used to fight then. So me personally, I'm enjoying the change. I'm enjoying the manga myself. I've been reading it for like 10 years now. And apparently I got 5 more years of reading this shit. Which I'm okay with. It's a good story. To me, it's probably the best manga I've ever written. Of course, I'm an OG fan. I love Dragon Ball. But to me, I feel like One Piece is actually surpassed Dragon Ball. Especially with the way things are going now in Dragon Ball. I mean, I'm happy to see a new movie. My man Gohan get some shine. And I feel like It's just once you get to like the point where it's like, okay, everybody knows what this is, then it's kind of hard to argue that this ain't the greatest of all time. Speaking of which, when it comes to the greatest of all time, I know you guys don't really watch basketball, but the Lakers have missed the playoffs. And the reason that's a big deal is because LeBron James is on the Lakers. And for those who don't know what LeBron James is, he is basically one of the top 2 players of all time. For some people, he's number 1. For some people, he's just the GOAT. Like, he's better than Michael Jordan. And for other people, he's worse than Michael Jordan. But he's still number 2. Well, he'll miss some playoffs this year. That would mean he has missed the playoffs a total of 4 times in his career and 1 first-round exit. So for somebody who's considered the GOAT, missing the playoffs 4 times, do you think that's going to hurt his legacy, or do you think it just don't matter? He's with everything he's already done, because by the time he retires, he's 37 years old. And he's averaging 30 points per game for a season. Like, I think he's like 30 points, like 8 rebounds, 7 assists. LeBron James is playing at a fucking phenomenal level to be 38 years old. He's down to 40. He's playing better than most All-Stars. As a matter of fact, he's an All-Star captain this year. That's how good he's been playing. He wants to keep playing until his son comes in the league, and his son got about 2 years left of high school and then 1 year of college. So around the time he's 40, his son will be in the league. And people are projecting him to actually still be like an All-Star level at the age of 40. The dude is a fucking freak in nature. And by the time he retires, he will be all-time in points, top 10 in rebounds, top 10 in assists, with over 50% shooting efficiency from the field. With 4 championships, 3 MVPs, or 4 MVPs, 4 Finals MVPs, the most All-Star selections, and the most All-NBA selections. Do you think him missing playoffs is actually going to hurt his legacy, or do you think it just don't matter? He's already, like, goated.
Honestly, at the point of his career that he's in, I can't foresee it mattering much. I don't know. The other hand of that, though, is basketball, like every other fucking sport on the planet, is what have you done for me lately? So
It really shouldn't matter since it's a team sport, but the way people gonna do it, it's probably gonna matter. But he shouldn't really be held too accountable for missing playoffs 4 times, and like there's an entire team of guys that you got to carry on your back. Like at some point, you can't do that.
Yeah, because that's what he's known for, actually carrying teams to playoffs. But this year, it has him, AD, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and Carmelo Anthony. And those 4 are all listed as the top 75 players of all time. So at least, and the White House on the team too. The White House is going to be a future Hall of Famer. So at least for 5 future Hall of Famers, it's like he couldn't make it to the playoffs. But all these guys are old and past their prime, except Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is still 28 years old, but he's injury prone. As a matter of fact, he's injured for most of the season this year. So it's just the team was too old to compete with these younger teams. LeBron James tried to carry, he couldn't. Like these teams that he like who made the playoffs over him are just younger and they're faster. Not saying they're just better, they're just like they're more better constructed teams. I don't blame Lakers for missing playoffs. It was just a bad season. A lot of people project them to actually like barely make the playoffs this year, but to completely miss it, I guess it's like a shocking surprise to a lot of people. But if you actually watch basketball, you know that like a 38-year-old man missing playoffs at this point in his career, it shouldn't really fucking matter.
Shit, if you know anything about the human body, you'll know that a 30-year-old man ain't gonna be able to keep running with them young boys like that.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he was playing phenomenal. I don't know if you guys seen the Lakers games, but yes, he's playing phenomenal. But
yeah, he's still LeBron, but age is age.
Yeah, but then again, like then I guess change the subject again. Going back to like things that's kind of old. Pokemon Go is 6 years old this year.
crazy, because I remember when that game first came out.
Yeah, crazy. Pokemon Go will be 6 years old this year. Now, there's like a big ass elephant in the room that the game is extremely bad. It's an extremely bad place right now. A lot of YouTubers who used to make Pokemon Go videos either don't make the videos anymore or they don't make them as frequently. And then, like, you already know a lot of people drop the game. I think like 6% of people drop the game within the first year. And it's really dropping since. Like, there's still millions of players who play the game. I play it occasionally, but it's not as prominent as it was years prior. Now, they be trying to fix all these issues. Like, for instance, there's actual Pokemon Go tournament. Worldwide tournament being held. Sometime this year, after you finish your season in GPL this year, you will, depending on how you place inside the season, you will actually be able to qualify for a tournament. And I guess Pokemon Go is getting its own esports spot. Now, if you all played the PvP in Pokemon Go, it's actually kind of bad.
Yeah, I don't like the shield mechanics. I don't like that. I mean, I don't like the battle mechanics at all. But the shield mechanic where you only have two blocks, yeah, that shit's whack to me.
Yeah, especially when the switch timers are 60 seconds long. So if you get stuck in a bad matchup, you're just either losing a Pokemon or you're hoping that your opponent just fucks up. Which probably
Plus, I don't see how you can make it like a relative competition when none of the levels are capped. So unless they're talking about capping it at the actual like tournaments, I don't see a point in doing it. Like having, because you know how some people like depending on the percentages, how close the CP can get to the cap off point for Great Battle League.
Yeah.
I think that is fucking dumb. So unless you're able to pick whatever Pokemon you have, can give them, you know, dedicated movesets and then cap them at 1500, I don't see that going anywhere.
Nah, I've done that. I have like
From a
100
competitive
Pokemon
standpoint, it doesn't seem viable. Like people will do it because of the grind, but at the end of the day, like it will never be like a quote unquote like fair tournament where, you know, everything across the board it just comes down to like your strategy and your ability.
Now, to be fair, I do have like 100 Pokemon just for Great League. So I'm not saying it can't be done.
I do too. It for sure can be done, but the vast majority aren't going to do it.
Yeah, the vast majority of people is not going to do it. It's almost like the people who have been playing for years, or people who understand how PvP works, those are the ones who are going to like progress further. People who are just starting a tournament is not going to have a fun time. That's the reason why a lot of people start PvP and then drop it immediately because it's a hard system to get into. Basically, if you have no actual game knowledge outside just throwing a Pokeball, you're not going to be able to do this.
That's the only reason I played Great Battle League for as long as I did, so I can get the fucking Luchador Pikachu.
I got one. Once I got it, I just stopped caring about how I place in Great.
That's the only reason I played Great League, dude. That's the only reason I gave a shit about the PvP.
My Luchador Pikachu, I was like, yeah, I don't care anymore. And speaking of that, there's gonna be a new change to Mega Mechanics. So you can make it evolve your Pokemon. It's not happening now, but it will happen in the future. We'll be able to like allow it to make it evolve once, and if you do that, you need to make an energy evolve one time. That they could make it evolve again 3 more times, and then it just like these like free. Like it's on they changed the way Mega Evolution works. I don't know exactly how it is, but it's like you won't need Mega Energy as much.
I was gonna say not for nothing, but I feel like the Mega system was already super shit and go to begin with.
It's really bad.
There's just I don't know, man. There's a lot of issues that game needs to work out.
Yeah, it's a game that's projected to be so good, and then like 6 years now, we still talking about it, but we're not talking about it in the light we talked about 6 years ago, or even 5 years ago. And we was like, okay, just wait and see when Gen 2 first came out. Okay, it's something new. Then you heard about PvP and stuff coming out, and you was just like, yeah, once it's come out, it's gonna be good. Then everything comes out. That game had the
potential to bring world peace, and they dropped the ball so fucking hard.
It was bad.
Like, I don't know about y'all, but I remember the first like 3-4 months that game was out. That was the closest we've ever been to world peace.
Yeah, people were just cool and stuff like
Everyone and their fucking mom was playing that game when it first came. You couldn't walk down the street without seeing someone with their phone shoved in their face. Like, stopping, talking to other people. Like, you fucking saw a Snorlax over there. Like, shit like that. I loved the first couple months that game was out.
Yeah, well, hopefully they can fix Pokemon Go sometime in the near future. And speaking of like fixing things, I guess Will Smith needs to fix the way he approaches situations because he's not banned from the academy for 10 years. After
That boy found
slapping
himself
Chris
in
Rock.
one hell of an entanglement.
Yeah, so I slapped Chris Rock, cost him a ban from the academy for 10 years. I don't know if he getting his Oscar taken away or not. I haven't been read up on that. But the statement released by Jada was that she wished Will didn't do it because she's not a woman that needs protecting.
You know what's crazy is the way that she was looking at him during the whole thing made it seem like she was the one who made it happen because he was laughing initially, but like, I don't know, man. It's a tightrope to walk.
Yeah, so now, like, him protecting his wife, what we all get, and I'll say, you don't want nobody disrespecting your wife. I feel like he mishandled the situation. I wouldn't just walk up to somebody, slap him over a joke, especially in front of camera and millions of people, because you know how people gonna react. You know what I mean? A lot of people
Especially
don't like
at the Oscars of
confrontation.
all places.
Yeah, like people don't like confrontation. That's just a human nature thing. But what is like repercussions of his actions? If like it was not only like not worth it, it was just like one of the worst decisions he could have just made this whole year. Because not only did he get banned from the Oscars and the Academy, I don't think he can go to like, any fucking award show now. He also had all his projects halted. So the things he was doing with Netflix and stuff he was doing with YouTube, yeah, they got put on hiatus right now.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Yeah,
All his
that seems a
projects
bit
that got put on
excessive.
hiatus.
That seems a bit excessive.
Yeah, so he's not making no movies, no TV show, no guest appearances, nothing.
That just goes to show how soft the country's gotten. One person gets smacked, and now all of his career shit stops too. That's nuts. Unless
Yeah.
that was on his own accord, that's crazy.
No. I think it's on like other people. I think people just don't want to work with Will Smith now because he's just a bad household name.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I understand as a husband where he's coming from, but at the same time, it's a better way to handle situations. But people who was joking about the situation saying, "Oh, like Will just soft and stuff like that." Like to me, the tears he was crying, like after a slap, because like you slap somebody, that person doesn't cry, but you start crying. So like that person might be in physical pain, but Will Smith like he's in like emotional, mental pain, and from what we've seen and heard from his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, I would have to guess that something's not right. There's a lot of like red flags being thrown up. A lot of people suggesting she's like manipulating Will Smith instead of doing things and acting certain ways, and that she says the things she says about him in public. It's like you try to keep him in line. But at the same time, we don't know what's going on there. With their marriage, their problems. There is already privacy, but they keep a lot of things public, and that's kind of the issue right now.
I don't know, man. I don't think they value privacy, if I'm honest with you. They was mad comfortable talking about that August Alsina shit.
Yeah, that I couldn't do. I couldn't have someone to do living in my house, fucking my wife.
No, bucko. Somebody gonna have to come up off that couch.
Somebody gonna die tonight. I understand that couldn't be me, bro. Ain't nobody can make a song about entanglement to my wife, bro.
That was the most disrespectful shit.
I think you can make a second song too about it.
I seen something about that.
Yeah, that nigga like shit. Nigga, free real estate, free money. Speaking of free money, which Justin, I actually need you to take a step back from this. And Jay. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I don't want Justin to comment on this. I want Justin to get canceled. But it has been reported that some of the higher ups in the Black Lives Matter movement, the BLM, has reportedly stolen $6 million from the organization to buy houses.
From their own organization?
Yes. The higher ups in the Black Lives Matter movement has stolen $6 million from the organization.
So basically, it was all for show.
Yeah.
They really didn't give a fuck. Now they just want some money. That's crazy.
It's just like every other corporation. At the end of the day, the higher ups benefit the people down the ladder, the people who actually care about the cause they're supporting.
Cause like
they never get shit, but it's always the people at the top manipulating and pulling the strings that benefit, and that's any situation like this. Like not even just charitable organizations.
Cause like the
That's sad.
organization,
That's sad as fuck to hear about.
yeah, organization started because first George Floyd thing happened, and then Breonna Taylor thing happened, and then they take it back to when all these kids was dying, like Trayvon Martin and stuff like that, and people has been donating to this cause for like the last 2 years now, to help these people and these families like move on from like circumstances and to help like get their memorials built and help people remember these people's names and stuff like that. Because we went from saying certain names to saying like, well, what's that person's name again? And now to find out that people who supposed to be in charge of like making sure the people who died in these like certain situations was actually not something where I be remembered and be like become a part of history. So stuff like this will either like not happen again, or if it did happen again, we remember what it was we was fighting for in the first place. Instead of actually helping make the movement worth something, they just took the money and ran with it. So a lot of people is now feeling extremely upset, extremely mad, extremely fucking frustrated, because it's like so much work was done, so many marches, so many rallies, so many like posts and like stuff was written about it. There was books written about this stuff. I think to see people who's supposed to be like the main influence of stuff, like yes, we doing it for a cause, and then you take that cause and you turn it to your own profit. Especially as a black man myself, it's a shitty situation. It's a shitty situation to be a part of. And like honestly, I'm more pissed off hearing about it than anybody else, because I took part in the marches myself. Not part of the fucking riots. I wasn't burning shit down. I wasn't destroying property. I wasn't one of them jackasses. No, I did not condone that. We don't condone violence. But a peaceful protest is what I took part of. To see like your cause and stuff like that, stuff that you actually fight for, get taken advantage of by your own people. Because greed has just come play a part. It's kind of sickening. And I hope the people who stole this fucking money get thrown under the fucking jail and never get a chance to see the light of day ever fucking again. You are disgusting human beings, and I can't wait to see you motherfuckers go to hell. Now moving on, the last couple of subjects, which honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's almost time for us to like wrap it up anyway. We've been on for over an hour, so there are people out there who, I don't want to say no names because fucking you guys don't even know a person to begin with, but let's say there's people out there past the age of 25 who still want to go to spring break, still want to go hang out with college kids, and still want to do shit that these young kids doing that at the age you are, between the age of 25 and 30, should be age like you start to get your life together. Start to figure out what it's like. Start to have things figured out, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like around, like once you get past the age of 25, not having your shit together, that's a reflection on you as a person. But at some point in time, you gotta say, I'm too old for this shit. So how old do you guys think is like too old to just like not have your shit together, or like just not be able to do shit, or just like still try to like be like a young person? You know what I mean? Like once they not having shit together, I don't mean like, oh, well, I got like, unless I got roommates or shit like that, because with the way the economy is, you're gonna be in your fucking 40s and not make enough money, because some shit is just fucking too expensive. It's like some places are just too expensive to live. What I mean by not having shit together, I mean like just not trying to take care of yourself, not trying to better yourself, not trying to like move up in your company or wherever it is you work at. Even if you work at a restaurant, like you still just a fucking regular ass cook and not trying to become a manager or some shit like that. You're just not trying to be a better person. You're just content with being what you are. At what point in time do you think it's like you are too old to just not have your shit together? Anybody?
I wouldn't really put like an age on there, because like how can you really judge like somebody when you don't really know what they're going through or like what they've been through? Like everybody's mental different, everybody's situation's different. So I don't really think it's right to like put like a age on like by age 25, you should just know what you're supposed to be doing because it's different for everybody. Like some people, got their shit together earlier. Some people got it together later. But like, and some of us, like, go through situations that make us get our shit together faster. Like if you have kids at an earlier age, you probably will mature a lot faster than somebody that don't. And that's probably that person that's like 29 still trying to go to spring break because he ain't got no real responsibility. So why would why bother?
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're like 29 years old, you still living at home with your parents, stuff like that, or you just like, you have a job, it's like you have an opportunity to at least move up, and you're like, nah, fuck, I'm just gonna stay right here because it's easier to do. Like, at one point in time, you think it's like too old to be like, okay, you know what, I should probably start moving forward in my life, try to be like the best I can be instead of just being content with just being mediocre. Like, you actually have a chance, like, to be a bad person if you push yourself out there to be a bad person. But you decide not to because it's easier to just be lesser of a person. So like just do the things you keep doing instead of just like going up. Like you can't say, I wish I did this. Like at what point in time do you gotta stop saying I wish I would have done this instead of just like going to try to do it? Like even if you fail, at least trying my best should be like a beneficial thing.
I feel like that varies by the person because actually, to even go back to what Jay was saying, it's never the same for everyone. Like some people, are forced to get their shit together at a younger age. Whether that be from life circumstances, financial circumstances, what have you. Um, I just think there comes a time in everyone's life where they have to sit down and reevaluate, and that happens at a later point for some people than others. But I do think that there is a point where even it might not even happen for that person. If somebody is so comfortable, skating by doing the bare. I mean, there's prime examples of that in today's society. Like just people who don't give a fuck about trying to be anything better than what they've been their entire life. I think the determining factor is how bad does someone want change? Like how bad do you hate waking up with nothing? Um,
Yeah, it comes down to the person that thinks there is a problem. Like if
yeah,
you satisfied with life and if you living at home with your parents and they not saying nothing about it and they cool with you being there, like why would you feel like there's a reason for you to try to go for something better?
and the crazy thing is, it's a lot of people like that who are still like with their mom and dad at into their 40s, like and not to make a joke about it, but like
Yeah, it's definitely a
that's like
thing.
I was gonna say like it's not as uncommon as people think.
I don't know.
It's like it's a safety net, you know what I mean? Like some people just never figure out how to leave the nest. They never had to adapt to any
And some parents never
change
want
in
their kids to leave
circumstances.
too, and there's that too. Like that's one reason why some people don't get their shit together because of their whole life they sell their kids to their parents.
Yeah, that's a fact. Some parents don't know how to let their kids live life.
this is true. This is
Those
a true
sheltered
statement.
ass, like I mean, and there's a lot of sheltered families like that. But some of them, like, dude, some of these people take it to the extremes. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't necessarily think it's a factor of having a set age it happens at. I think it's just it's so much so like what age are you going to start looking in the mirror and realizing that you're hungry for more? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all about that just waking up one day and being like, damn, I want something better than this. Some people just probably just never get that. Some people probably get it earlier. Some people later. But I feel like these days a lot of people is just content where they at, especially with like how things are these days.
Yeah, I feel like COVID definitely didn't do anyone
Yeah,
any
it changed a
favors
lot of
there.
shit.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, I agree with you guys. Everybody has their own situation. Some people does mature fast and others. Like I said, I told I don't know, I think it was probably my wife this. I said I met 10-year-old man and fucking 30-year-old boys. If that makes sense. Like
Yeah, it'd be like that.
some people just have shitty situations to deal with in life stuff like that. And some people have easy situations. It's like if it's already easy, I don't want to get hurt. So I guess at the end of the day, what I'm basically trying to say is like at some point in time, you have to understand there's certain things like at a certain age, it's just no longer acceptable for you to do or for, like acceptable for you to act in society standards. But I understand the whole living with your parents, stuff like that, not having stuff, especially with the way the economy is and like the value of a dollar going down and down and down to the point where everything is like too fucking high to afford. Like fucking $5 of gas 10 years ago was enough to get you back and forth between town to town. Nowadays, 5 hours of gas get you from one gas station to the next gas station. It's fucking weird.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Inflation, man, it's a dangerous
So
business.
it depends on everybody's situation, but some people's situations, there might be a time where it's like, okay, you have to grow up. Like, there's no more making excuses. You have to grow up. You have to do your stuff, especially when it comes to people who have kids. You can't be a kid having a kid yourself. You have to understand to grow up.
Well, the sad thing about that is, and especially in today's society, is people are conditioned to have that like a super independent mind frame, right? Like it's everywhere. You see like shows like 16 and Pregnant that like almost in a sense like they showcase the struggle, but in a sense it also glorifies the idea of early pregnancy. Like people are like, oh, if I get pregnant at 16, I can go be a TV star and shit, or everything's gonna be fine because this lady figured it out. Like it's not that. Like I feel like society is pushing children towards growing up way too quick, and yeah, man, I just feel like shit like that's all contributing factors to it. So like people who at one point maybe 20, 30 years ago would look at having a kid as being the pivotal moment into start taking your career more seriously, or younger fathers who get a girl pregnant in school and now they're like, well, I got to drop out and get a job. Like it's not so much that mindset anymore. People are just comfortable being fucking lazy, and I feel like the last 2-3 years of society with COVID has just kind of strengthened that, man. Like it showed us that the world doesn't really stop moving if we all stay at home. I feel like a lot of people got sucked into that complacency.
Now, the unfortunate part about that is the fact that you actually do need people to go into work and do work these jobs. That's how society functions. If nobody's working at McDonald's, then that fast food you're used to getting when you're on the go won't be there. Or nobody won't work.
Your 5-minute stop turns into a 45-minute wait in the drive-thru for the 2 people that did show up to work.
Yeah,
like, it happens everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? People who work in these factories, it's like the factories workers, they come to work, then material that's needed that's made by these factories will stop being produced, which actually fuck up the economy. Because like your windows and doors come from a factory, your tractors come from a factory, your cars come from a factory, your shampoo products come from factories, the shoes on your feet come from factory, even the face mask that you wear when you go outside comes from factories and stuff like that. So like the small things, like the small jobs, a lot of people make fun of saying I never want to do. The fact that matter is, as much as society don't want to admit it, don't want to admit it, is that people do need to do these jobs, whether we like it or not. Somebody has to do it. Because
that's why you're at a point where and me being in the construction industry, I've seen this more times often than not. Like I'm sure it happens in other facets of employment, but the trades are dying. If you walk into some of these union halls, it's crazy. They used to be filled with guys who couldn't wait to get in and start a career, becoming a carpenter or an electrician. And now the idea of like actual hard manual labor is such a foreboding thought to like youth these days. It's nuts, dude. Like no one wants the hard job. No one wants the shitty job, exactly like you were saying. People are trying to find the easiest way to cut a corner and get themselves situated. And it's crazy to see. On average, I wouldn't be surprised within the next 50 to 60 years is when an actual like substantial labor shortage would happen. Because every day there's less and less people who are looking at the idea of being a carpenter as a legitimate career path. Same thing with like electricians. Too many people want to be the engineer, not enough people want to be the guy hooking it up.
Yeah, too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Exactly.
That's basically
too many people trying to get there quick, not enough people who remember what like actual hard work is. And it's a sad reality, but it's what we're going through as a result of like years of conditioning.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. It should be like one more topic. I can't fucking remember what I put. Well, shit, I'm just running out of fucking ideas. I want to think who's actually.
How about them Cowboys?
Hey, look. We're talking about the NFL when the NFL starts. Okay, it's gonna be a good season. I got a feeling about that. Like we get to like more sports topics and stuff like that. But you know what? Whatever it was, they just say for next time. I can't wait to do episode 2 with you guys. I had fun having this conversation, stuff like that.
X.
You know, just regular Discord conversations. You know, just shit people can relate to, people want to talk about, and ain't got nobody to talk about with. So hopefully next time we come up with better suggestions and like better topics. I just kind of go off the top of my head what's going on around me right now. You know,
Well, hungover if you boys want to talk about that next time.
You hung what?
Well, hungover and got a little had a few drinky poos last night.
Had a few drinky poos.
Had a few drinky poos.
I am the liquor.
Well, Jay hungover. But we're gonna say topics from now on, next episode. And I'll probably just like reach out to people and try to get some questions asked about like stuff they want to hear people talk about, stuff like that. But this has been episode 1 and Discord discussions. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. You know how we do. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.